had one of these stuck up your nose? Or a long bronchoscope, probably about that long, stuck down your throat and into your lungs to take a sample? They really aren't very comfortable to experience, I can tell you that much. But we don't have very many other ways to reliably look for viruses in your respiratory tract. Your respiratory tract is split into two main components. Your upper respiratory tract, from here up, which includes your trachea, throat, mouth and nose, and your lower respiratory tract, which includes your lungs and all the airways that make them up. This nasopharyngeal swab that I just showed you allows doctors to look for viruses in your upper respiratory tract, but it doesn't let them look lower down into your lungs. In order to do that, you need to have the bronchoscope stuck into your lungs like I just spoke about before. That allows us to get samples from the lower respiratory tract. However, having a long scope stuck all the way down your throat into your lungs, I don't think many of you would very happily put up your hand for that. So now you're probably thinking, why does this even matter to me? Why do I need to look for viruses in my lungs? I've had a cold or a flu before and it didn't really do much. I was in bed for a couple of days and then I got better. But in some patients and some people, it is really important. If you have a pre-existing disease like asthma, then a simple virus can make you very sick. It can lead to asthma attacks and pneumonia. But even in healthy people, like you and me, viruses can also cause a lot of problems. I'm sure you have heard about the SARS epidemic or swine flu, which was around a couple of years ago. In these cases, these viruses were really virulent, which means that they could cause quite severe disease in otherwise healthy people. And this is pretty scary. So when this happens, we need to be able to look for viruses and be able to distinguish them from each other so we know which one to treat. This is where my research comes in. You see this? This is a mouthpiece that they use for lung function testing. But pretty much all it is a filter in the middle of it which provides a barrier but also means that any particles that come into contact with it stick to it. This is due to the electrostatic charge on the filter, which is similar to those microfiber cleaning cloths that I'm sure you've seen advertised on TV. This means that all you have to do now for us to be able to detect viruses in your lungs is to breathe through this mouthpiece like this. And any viruses that were in your lungs will end up on the filter, which we can send down to the lab for testing. Early studies done by myself and my group have shown that this works very well and may mean that we can throw away swabs like this. So hopefully in the future, all you'll need to do is just breathe. And that's it. We'll be able to figure out what's wrong and treat it nice and early.